I've been dreaming about this fight with Anderson Silva since I started MMA. I've envisioned beating him. I'm undefeated. I refuse to lose. I am ready to be the UFC champion.
Welcome back to the channel, fight fans. As we all know, after Chris Weidman knocked out Anderson Silva, they had an immediate rematch in which Silva suffered a devastating leg injury, altering the course of his career forever. But what if that fateful night had turned out differently? Today, using my gameplay footage from UFC 4, I've reversed the real-life scenario, allowing Anderson Silva to knock out Chris Weidman and continue his title reign. Join me as we dive into this thrilling what-if scenario and explore what could have unfolded if Anderson Silva had emerged victorious. Let's jump into the action. Given the historical context of Silva's leg break in the second round, it seemed fitting to recreate the fight with Silva finishing Weidman in the same round. So, in this timeline, we witness Silva delivering a decisive knockout blow to Weidman during the second round. This outcome allows us to explore the potential trajectory of Silva's career had he emerged victorious without the leg injury. But before we delve into the details of Silva's future, let's watch and enjoy the recorded fight, witnessing the thrilling conclusion of this alternate scenario. Stay tuned for more insights into Silva's potential career trajectory after the fight.
Declaring the winner by knockout and new UFC middleweight champion of the world, Anderson the Spider Silva.
Now that Anderson Silva has reclaimed his middleweight throne, let's dive into the potential matchups that await him in this alternate timeline. With his leg unbroken, Silva is ready to face the challenges that lie ahead and leave an even greater impact on the middleweight division. As we assess the middleweight rankings during this period, we encounter some intriguing contenders who could test Silva's skills and resilience. At the top of the list is Chris Weidman,
And this is still my boy!
the man who initially dethroned Silva. However, considering Weidman's lack of title defenses, it's unlikely that the UFC would grant him an immediate rematch. Moving on to the next contender, we come across Vitor Belfort, but we all remember how Silva front-kicked him into the fucking Shadow Realm. It is said that to this very day, Belfort can still smell the stench of Anderson's toes in his nostrils when he sleeps. So, I think it's safe to say we can leave that particular rematch out of the equation. Next up is Ronaldo Jacare Souza, a Brazilian warrior and training partner of Silva. While Souza had previously expressed reluctance to fight his close friend, he did mention that if it were for a belt and his dream, he would step up to the challenge. This potential matchup would be a clash of two exceptional fighters with contrasting styles. Silva's unparalleled striking prowess versus Jacare's impressive Brazilian jiu-jitsu credentials and devastating power. It would undoubtedly be a difficult fight for Silva, but his superior striking and the sheer determination to defend his title would likely prevail. Now, let's shift our attention to the mythical One-Eyed Bisping. In this timeline, we haven't witnessed the controversial fight between Silva and Michael Bisping yet. However, around this time, Bisping endured a horrific eye injury at the hands of a thunderous head kick from the one and only TRT Vitor, whose body had more veins popping out than a smackhead on Universal Credit Day. The legendary One-Eyed Bisping emerges, adding an intriguing layer to this potential matchup. While Bisping's grit and heart cannot be denied, Silva's exceptional skills and hunger for victory would likely lead him to triumph in this encounter. Finally, we arrive at a matchup that captures the imagination of fight fans worldwide: Anderson Silva versus Luke Rockhold. It's not just a matter of who may believe that Rockhold, known for having a questionable chin in the later stages of his career, could have been the one to defeat Silva. Luke Rockhold, despite suffering a devastating knockout at the hands of TRT Vitor in 2013, had established himself as an unstoppable force in the world of mixed martial arts. Prior to that loss, he had gone on an impressive 9-fight win streak, never tasting defeat inside the cage. Rockhold proved his resilience by bouncing back from the setback and embarking on a remarkable 5-fight winning streak, which included notable victories over the likes of Michael Bisping, Lyoto Machida, and Chris Weidman. In fact, Rockhold handed Weidman his first professional loss,
And this is still my boy!
showcasing his skill and ability to compete at the highest level. These accomplishments further emphasize Rockhold's capabilities in the octagon. Considering his exceptional record and the fact that he possessed a strong grappling game, it is plausible to argue that Rockhold's chances against Silva at the time would have been much closer than people might assume. In my personal opinion, Rockhold had the potential to come out victorious in that fight, particularly if he exploited Silva's previous vulnerabilities against opponents with strong top control. In this alternate timeline, we witnessed Anderson Silva's triumphant victory over Chris Weidman, where Silva not only avoided the leg break but also knocked out his opponent in the rematch. With the middleweight title back in his hands, Silva's dominance seemed unstoppable. It's not a stretch to imagine that he could have successfully defended his title at least 2 or 3 more times, solidifying his status as one of the greatest fighters in UFC history. However, as we reflect on Silva's career, we can't overlook the unfortunate turn of events in 2015 when he tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs after his fight against Nick Diaz. In this what-if scenario, had Silva never suffered the leg break, perhaps the path of his career would have been altered. Without the need for a long recovery period, Silva may have maintained his clean legacy, avoiding the PED controversy that tarnished his once-considered GOAT status. It's intriguing to ponder the impact of that fateful leg break on Silva's career trajectory. Could he have achieved even greater heights without the setback? Only speculation remains, but one thing is clear: Silva's unmatched skills, precision striking, and captivating charisma will forever leave an indelible mark on the sport of mixed martial arts. And that concludes our exploration of this alternate timeline for Anderson Silva. Join us next time as we delve into another captivating what-if scenario in the world of combat sports. Thank you for watching, Fight fans. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to never miss out on our intriguing content. Until next time, keep imagining the possibilities and stay tuned for more thrilling what-if scenarios in the fight game.